started. Just edit the title on YouTube. Oh, that. I just need a. That work. That's working. That's working. Let's check what it looks like. So I need to go to desktop 3. Yep, got everything. No, we haven't got the overlays on. Where's OBS redirect gone? Redirect? OBS redirect completely disappeared. Right. Down here. There's like a map store, isn't there? I can find this quickly. Nothing under OBS. App shelf. Browser. Not working for some reason. So we can have this one, which shows the overlay. And we should have this, which also has our camera, that camera. Try quickly changing this to maybe I just have to re-put that in. Can we see? Let's try OBS redirect now. There we go. I'll just redirect it. So we don't want the config. Standing's not there. Well, looks okay on stream. If it looks to be there, let's go to setting, third person view. If it hadn't crashed, that would have been perfect. Names, camera. Yeah, looks good to me. Need to get rid of the. I've got all the times at the bottom, set times. How do I remove that? F1's cameras. The screenshot. Oh, there we go. Go to Contreras. Yep. Right, cool. Anything else I need? No. Let's have a look and see what we're doing. Who have we got fastest at the moment? We've got Dakash. 94% grip. Fastest in free practice. Then Hannah. Then Contreras. Then... Is that Suzuka? Suzuka? Then Statine. Then Salvador. And they're all on 94% grip, with Jellos on 96% grip. Mad. So, I'll run through free practice times. We've got... One sec, I've just messed up. We've got the Cash P1 currently in free practice, and then we're doing a 2 minutes flat 0.08. 2 minutes 0.08. 2 minutes 0.08. Then Hannah just followed behind with a 2 minutes 0.9. Then Contreras with a 2 minute 1.1. I haven't seen Zwiga before, but they're doing a 2 minutes 1.2. Statine doing a 2 minutes 1.3. Salvador 2 minutes 1.5. Jello's doing a 2.18, but that's on 96% grip. Freezer falling behind in a 2.01.8, and then Mizel 2.19. Hello, Gavas, how are you?
Hello, I'm good.
I was just running through the top 10 of free practice times, and I was surprised to see Dakash, Hannah, Contreras, and you have to correct me if it's wrong, but is it Zwiga? Zwiga? It's Dutch, isn't it?
It's Dutch, so it's like Weiger, I think.
Zwiga?
But he's not racing, so we can ignore
Oh, okay. But I was surprised to see is that 4 people ahead of Statine. Not gonna lie.
True, but you have to look at the practice laps as well. 14 for Hannah, that's quite impressive. 95 for Contreras, 17 for Weiger, 16 for Statine.
I need to turn you up, give me 1 second. I need you to speak a couple of times so I can see if you're louder than this.
1, 2, 3. Test.
Yeah, keep speaking.
I don't know the things to say, GG.
Okay, I'll turn a set of course down 1 second. I might have
tried to get that mic up as well, if that helps.
It's okay, I can turn down AC a little bit. It's quite loud for me as well, so. Okay, speak again for me.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Do
okay.
I just do I look at your Twitch stream, or how does this work usually?
So normally Atkins is watching the stream, and then we'll also have Thingy open. But if you can join the race, can your PC handle you joining the race?
It's mine, but then I'll only see the race because I'll only have one monitor.
I think it might be good if you watch the race in case I miss anything as well. I mean, I can share my screen on Discord. Can you window? Could you window it, maybe? Could you window Content Manager?
I see. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get myself as a broadcaster in time, I think. Because I'm like a driver invited, not a broadcaster. And the server is up in 1 minute.
Okay, well I'll share my screen on Discord then, and then if it's
Yeah.
lagging in Twitch,
No wait, will. Sure.
I don't know. I've got a lot of stuff open, so I was more thinking about my PC lagging. Yeah, I'll. Monfal said he's completely forgot about the race, which isn't a good start. Not a good start. Do you want to send me over?
Yep, 1 second.
Give me 2 seconds. I'll be back. I'm just grab my vape, which I dropped before. Yeah, I'm all good. Let me check the safety car screen's working. Safety car screen looks to be working. We've not got as many people in there today as normal in the Switch stream. Quite quiet.
True, also not that many people sign up for some reason. Some with, well, some only freeze with a race ban, but maybe losing motivation towards the end of the season.
Maybe. I mean, I expected more. This is literally my favourite track. Like, if there's one I could be driving, it'd be this one. Especially in this car. It's but it flows so well. Like, you can't deny that. Leave and go into the race. What's the next race? I'll have a look for you. I'm not sure myself.
Road America.
Road America.
Finale.
I didn't even realise I was in. I was literally driving it before, saying we should have this and in TWS. I literally didn't even realise.
Your stream on Discord died, by the way.
Okay.
Because you left the game.
I'll just stream my screen now. Yeah, I'm not sure how you're going to notice stuff that goes wrong. I'm not sure how Atkins normally does it, but Atkins will normally mention. So I'm not sure if he's got like WSS time and leaderboard open at the same time as well.
Like if a battle is going on or what?
Yeah, so he'll mention if battles or if someone's gone off track somewhere. I know it says it on ACTV as well, so you'll be able to see that there. Say hi to Gavas and say hi to you too, Unk, of course. To you, of course. I thought you called me Unk. I'm so used to Cash just saying Unk all the time. I thought you said Unk straight away. The drink just for you. Fresh can of Monster Loco. Gavas, Unk. Yeah, he is now. He's gone to what? You're in university now, so you're uncle now.
GG.
You just send me admin stuff if you haven't already.
I did, I think. Yeah, I did.
You're gonna hate the way I watch this race. You're gonna see how I normally have the I normally watch the race and commentate. You can see all the stuff that's all over my screen. It's gonna be funny. Hello, Flanagan. Hello, Schleb. How are we today? Schleb false. But how old are you, Schleb? How old Schleb do we know? I feel like he has got
8, I think, 28.
Oh yeah, he has got unk vibes. Yeah, unk vibes. How many compounds are mandatory? We've got 2 compounds are mandatory. So, and it's got you've got to switch compounds. Yeah, switch. We've got to switch, haven't we? 0, 8. Right, you ready for this? Shit's gonna be all over my screen. So this is literally how I normally watch race.
Like this.
I'm not even joking, yeah.
I mean, surely you don't need RP this visible. You can just open it when necessary.
No, I think it minimizes itself down. But, I think it, like, you just hover over it and it'll go in a sec. But... So... Are you looking forward to the race, Kavas? Come on, give us some entertainment. How have you were talking to Mile before? Any insight from the team from your standpoint?
Let me think how much I can go away. Inside is the temperatures that are an issue. 30 degrees, 42 on the track.
Yeah.
With Tomless research, this would be one of the hottest days in Japan ever. So yeah, we're pushing records this week. And
So
soft tires barely can hold up, from what I've heard. 2-3 laps, one mistake and they're out.
yeah, I noticed that. But they were last season as well. The soft are sort of like you're talking 1 lap, and that's at optimal temperatures. And after you've done that, you've sort of overdone it. The tyres sort of aren't in their optimal range after 1 lap, are they? But I definitely think it's going to be a medium hard race for everyone. I don't think the softs are going to be anywhere near possible unless you're doing a soft for like 2 laps and then switching over straight to the hards. But then is it viable?
Yep. It might be due to the tire wear, because we have 75%. So you can run the entire race on hards and bits on the last lap for softs.
I think it's start
that is
softs.
I have no idea.
I can't imagine many people are going to be doing it. You got any
Nope.
got anyone you're looking at this week, sort of expecting to be fast, or anyone you're rooting for?
I mean, Turkash seems quite quick in the practice session. I don't know about rooting for him. Probably rooting him for my team. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I mean, recently he's got a lot faster this season, but he's still not.
Yeah, but consistency isn't there yet.
It's so.
It is, but the consistency isn't.
It's a very difficult thing to say, but like, yeah, his consistency not. He was. Then again, last race he wasn't there. He's been what top? I'd say he's been within sort of the reach of a podium, minus mistakes he's made for like just pure pace. He's been in reach of the podium like sort of every race except last race.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, Statine's gonna have his work cut out for him today, which is gonna be unusual for him, especially for Hannah and Contreras to be in front of him. And then we've got Salvador. Salvador looked quick as well, because I was doing some practice laps and looking at Salvador and going, Salvador's pretty quick from what I've seen.
As just an update for people who have not looked at the standings, Contreras currently 41 points behind. So for him to have a chance at the title, he has to win both of these final 2 races.
Where does that put him in total? So where is he? Where is he in driver standings?
Second.
Second. I'm assuming Statine is you or Statine's first.
I am. Yeah.
You are, but you're not doing the next two races, so it's possible. Especially if he's got more pace than Statine.
He has to win both races. If he wins one with the fastest lap and finishes second in the other one with the fastest lap, it's still not enough. So both have to be a win.
You know what I want to know is, what could you punish Contreras as the stewards? Let's say the stewards. Hello, Cheese Whiz. How are you? Could Contreras Drivers' Championship be punished if the team was to knock out another driver who was sort of going to take the win away from him? Is that a punishable offence?
Probably. If it's
how can you punish Contreras if he's not involved in it?
You can't punish Contreras. But if it is intentional, it most likely ends in a permanent ban. But I don't know how our grid is. I think we have quite a clean grid that wise, so I don't think we'll see. I hope, and I don't think we will see any of those situations.
I think it's all possible. I think everyone's considered it at times. I know I can't. I'd be lying if I said I haven't. Especially at Donington Park when I was third, I was looking at DT going, "Do I ask him to take you in Statino? Do I get him to take you out and take the win?" Can't say I haven't thought about it. We've got 30 minutes left, so everyone's done an outlap, and we've got Statine currently holding provisional pole, doing a 2:01.4. Ducash not far behind, doing a 10th slower, 2:01.5. Contreras then not doing his best laps because he's doing a 2:02 flat. Flanagan just behind, doing a 2:02.7. So most people have gotten and done outlaps by now, 7 minutes in. But we still haven't got a full grid of outlaps yet, have we? And a couple of people potentially doing some mistakes. Go on.
Or only planning on mediums.
Can I get you to speak a little bit louder? Because you're a little bit quiet over the last couple of minutes.
Trying. Better?
Okay. Yeah, a little bit better. What were you saying about Flanagan?
Flanagan and Spielman on mediums. That's interesting to see.
But, I mean, it's
trying to...
not a bad idea.
Trying to avoid the temperatures.
There's not too much in a way of difference for the soft to medium tyre, but they'll get more laps in and the grip will increase for everyone. I don't think it's a bad idea.
They are 1.2 and 2.4 seconds off pace though, so can't say it's working brilliantly for them at the moment.
Yeah, but you don't know how easy they might have done a bank lap, so you might have seen Flanagan doing a bank lap. There you go, Flanagan's improved already. As we see Statine going off, just missed it on the TV camera. We see Ducash improving by a 10th so far this lap, so that'll put him back into provisional pole. I won't be able to see the grip increases, by the way. I normally just guess. Gonna be honest with you.
It will be increasing quite a bit slower than the previous races due to how long this track is, so they have to keep that in mind.
I got invited to round 10 of TWS, shall I accept, chat? I don't know what Freeze is on about. Can we get
Me neither.
Can we get a translator in the chat? Get a translator. Ducash up by 2 tenths though. It looked like he was going to bring it up to 3 tenths in the last corner, but it just dropped down back to 2 tenths. Taking provisional pole, doing a 2:01.3. So that's a 10 faster than Statine, which is going to give him provisional pole for the moment. Got 11 minutes left of qualifying. Quite possible for Statine to fight back, but he's currently in the pits and not moving. So maybe making some adjustments to set up. I need to... I did sign in. Salvador behind then. We've got a 6/10 gap between Statine and Salvador for P3. Do you reckon that's gonna be a couple of people slot in that gap there? I imagine
that's quite a massive gap. currently looking like a two-horse race, but I think Contreras can improve. We've seen Hanna was very quick in the practice, so I'm expecting him to improve quite a bit as well. Who else was there in practice? Contreras does improve. Only a 10th behind now.
10th behind Statine. Frieza said GG, born to bin it in quali, forced to bin it in the race. GG Frieza. Frieza's
Frieza's losing it.
Frieza's losing his mind.
Coping with the race, man, maybe.
Spearman going off into the gravel, just touching the barrier.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of incidents in the two Degners. Very difficult corners. You have to be committed, but if you're too committed, you'll end up in the grass and into the wall, and you won't be able to do anything to save it.
It's quite a difficult corner as well when you've got tyre wear, and when you're coming up to the end of your tyres, just that rear can slide and you can catch a curb and off you go into the barrier. So it's definitely a difficult one.
The entire track is completely different on high tyre wear. I mean that's my opinion, but I think the hard tire is going to be the preferred tire for this race due to that reason. Because if you're on mediums, you need that grip in the S's. You cannot just try and survive with the car sliding all over the place.
See, this is where I think last season I wanted medium, or did go medium, and the pace was better for me on this track. So if it was possible, that's what I'd be choosing. But I think the hards they're a difficult tyre because you just find they just slide more, and I never found the level of grip you ever got from the mediums. It's like never there.
The hards are basically indestructible. If you get used to them, and these higher temperatures are really favoring the hards, not like they are previous races like Red Bull Ring where they were completely cold. So they will be up to temperature. If you can get used to them, they can be. If I remember, they were a couple of tenths slower than the mediums, but the hards can definitely do the entire race on pace without dropping wear.
With 8 minutes left, we see Contreras taking provisional pole, doing a 1:02, 2:01.2. Get my words mixed up. 2:01.2 for Contreras, putting him on provisional pole. We do see Dukash at the moment fighting back. He's 3 tenths up at the moment. So we'll see when he comes round to the end of his lap if he's still got that time there. Salvador also ahead on an outlap. Statine not improving currently. Jello. So we're going to see. We're going to see potentially. Let's finish off this lap with Dukash, and he looks to be around 3 tenths up. Can potentially take provisional pole back off Contreras. As we see a couple other people taking some laps as well in the back. Got Eckley going and doing a 2:03.7. I'm going to bin my chewing gum if you want to talk.
Still, no one's still able to go below 2:01s, and they were able to in practice, and Durkash messes up the final corner. Loses a bit of time, but that's still going to be provisional pole, I think.
Yeah.
By 2.5 tenths. But still, this lap still is slower than the quickest lap done in practice, which surprises me, to say the least, because it's definitely more than 94% grip now.
Risa, thank you for the sub.
With a race fan is hard, sad face.
Open with a
not improving.
race banners. Wait, Frieza has a race ban? What? Does he have a race ban?
Yeah. Race man and colleague man. So he's starting last in Road America.
Oh. Frieza. What have you done? Thank you for the bribes.
On mediums. On mediums, but a whole second of pace. I'm not sure it's working out as he planned.
Yeah, I mean he had more pace again in free practice as well. He was doing 2:01s, 2:02s, I believe, when I was following him around. But nerves can get to people when you go to qualify, and I know occasionally that nerves and the adrenaline can get to you. So
Like
as
that.
you see Giello's go into the wall, yeah, perfect example. Most people out on outlaps currently, no one seems to be improving, but we have got an improvement for Statine. So let's have it on board with Statine as he bails out of his lap.
Yeah, that's the hairpin is also one of the trickiest corners on the track. Have to carry the speed. The car likes to get very loose on the exit, but yeah.
Yeah.
Have to do what you have to do.
If you get on the throttle too early, you always end up out on the grass. Because the way the curve or the camber of the track is just pushes you outwards. So it's a difficult difficult corner. You see an improvement for I believe that's Mike. Now,
also on mediums.
And that's going to put him up into P8, just ahead of Flanagan. We haven't seen much in the way of an improvement from Flanagan, have we, since the first couple of laps? So maybe an improvement.
Don't think we have.
Let's go on board with... See if Flanagan's out. He's on an outlet. Let's do an outlet with Flanagan. Got 4 minutes left to qualifying. LGI domination, hashtag scared. What's up with everyone using mediums in quali? It's the temperature, Freezer.
42 degrees track temperature, for those who do not know.
Doesn't look like Flanagan's going to be improving in this lap. Everyone looks to be struggling.
Well, people probably setting up their final laps currently.
3 minutes left.
Someone improved. Salvador improved, went up to P3, I think.
No, I think Salvador's been there. Salvador's been there for quite a while. Just ahead of Statine. Yeah.
He's improving now, though.
He is improving now.
Not enough to change his position, but
you never know. He could have it in the last corner. We don't know if he's messed up this. Let's see. Salvador going to come around the last corner. Big improvement. Oh, and he slides and goes into the gravel. That could have put him onto provisional pole. Such a shame for Salvador. Oh,
yeah,
that's not what you want to see.
He needs to quickly get back to the pits, teleport, which we can do, but he doesn't. That is really interesting to see. He has 2 minutes left. He can do an outlap with overheated softs, but I don't know about this strategy. I personally would not have done that, but...
Is he on mediums or is he on softs?
He's on softs.
Doesn't seem to be seeing too much improvement from drivers. We've got Wesley's up 2 tenths currently going through the S's. They have a little on board with Wesley. As we see Schleb coming and taking P11, doing a 203 pretty much flat. A lot of time through the hairpin. Up 4 tenths currently. This could be a big improvement for him if you can if you've had a little bit more time. He'll jump up quite a few places. Just running wide and catching the curve, that's going to hurt his time, but it looks like he's going to get a good exit. No. Potentially not even going to be an improvement for him.
He needs to improve by at least 4 tenths to even gain 1 position, however.
He was there until he touched the curb. See if you can improve him coming through the final gain. Just riding the curb. No.
Not going to be enough.
Right, I want to know your opinion
Go on.
quickly. Actually, we've got 30 seconds left. We'll talk about it while the race is starting. Got the cash improving.
Still improving. The final chicane is a bit tricky, so we'll see if we can manage the pressure and the tires overheating probably already.
Seems to have found about a 10th coming out the final chicane. That's going to help him hold his provisional pole. Doing a 2.8. Andreas doesn't look to be improving behind him. Let's see what Salvador does look to be improving. Is this I'm not sure.
Satine's in the pits.
Satine's in the pits. Not going to be improving.
Improve.
But we have got Hannah. Now Hannah's 4 tenths up. Let's see what Hannah can do.
He's 1.1 seconds off though, so keep that in mind.
But he could move up a couple of places. 4 tenths up. He could find some time coming through that final chicane. Up by 5 tenths coming through the chicane. Can he make it through? Looks to have lost a little bit of time on the exit. Doesn't look like 4 tenths is going to be enough for him. And he's going to hold P5 by the looks of it. Yeah, it's going to hold P5. But Jello's just behind him. Also up around 4 tenths. But that's going to hold position. He's going to hold position as well. Got anyone else left out on track? Schleb.
Improving.
Schleb is out and improving. Up 2 tenths.
Might be able to snatch one position. To Wesley. Yeah, Wesley. Through 130R into the final chicane.
Lost a load of time.
Lost time in 130R. That's maybe had slipstream on the previous lap.
Does he get a good exit? Not good enough.
That's not going to be enough.
Not going to be enough. Don't believe we've got anyone else left out.
Nope, that's everything.
So, what I was going to say was, Takash, coming through the final chicane, touched and caught up, or it might have been Wesley, just on the inside curb on that right hand side. I think I lose time getting on that curb on the right hand side. What are your opinions on it? I don't think it helps. I like to avoid it. Yeah, so the first curb on the inside, inside apex, I avoid that curb.
It was a long time ago, but it really depends on your setup. This track, you can set up the car to be able to take the curbs, and then it will be fine. But if they haven't set it up like...
You just cut out 1 second. Speak again. Us?
So interesting to see how the battles are gonna go. Will they fight each other?
You cut out at the end there. But yeah, let's looking forward to the start of the race. It's a bit of a quiet one today, but I'm hoping there's going to be good battles. I imagine not too many safety cars with how large the track is, how wide the circuit's going to be. I imagine we'll have little to none and a couple of incidents where people are just leaving the track and maybe a couple of small incidents. But once we've got past turn 1, I can't imagine much. Can you?
The temperatures might play a crucial role, because if you have one spin, your tires overheat, and then you would have to slow down to cool those tires. But that's very counterintuitive, and no one will probably be able to do that successfully. So if you have one mistake, you're going to keep on overheating the tires, and that will lead to more and more mistakes, I think. I think this might be more chaotic than people expect it to be.
Well, for our sake, I hope it is, and for everyone else's sake, I hope it's not.
For the stewards' sake, we don't need another chaotic race.
And we see, looks like Takash gets away cleanly, and Contreras looks to have slotted in behind him. Seems to be pretty clean going into turn 1. Doesn't seem to be too many incidents. Most people seem to have slotted in behind each other.
Turkash still leading. Contreras looking for a move, but not the easiest thing to do on a track like this. And Statin already up into P3, managed to overtake Salvador.
The Flanagan off already
And they're
in
going-
the gravel.
Ooh.
Flanagan off. That's not
Statin
going to
and
be a good
Salvador
start.
going wheel to wheel. Into the diagonals. Who's gonna back out?
Statin off into the gravel.
Ooh, Statin
It's going to
off.
drop back all the way into P8, 9. Ooh, they just have to avoid the rejoin for Statin there. Drop down into P11.
That's a costly error to do on the first lap of the race.
But he's still got the rest
There
of
is
the...
some Turkash still.
Them two have got to wait. Them two have got away cleanly. They've got a 1.5 second gap to the rest of the pack already. As we see Hannah go down the inside of Salvador. And we see big spin from Salvador, potentially just caught up in the caught up by Hannah. That's going to be costly
Contreras
as well.
close to Turkash. Contreras very close to Turkash. Might be going for a move into 130R.
Oh,
So these are not teammates, but they're part of the same team racing. And one is racing for a title. This is as stressful as it gets.
are we going to see?
Contreras cannot afford to make any mistakes. If he makes one mistake, that could be costly.
Are we going to see team orders? Are we going to see Contreras tell DeCast to move out of the way? If you,
We'll see. Yeah, I don't know.
Contreras' main team, right?
Yeah, they're not the same team.
No, but he's Contreras' main team. As he goes down the inside,
Yeah.
Daz makes a clean move. DeCast not going to be able to get the switch back, so Contreras is going to hold the lead. Fantastic move for P1.
Mijol into P3.
Is Jello's going to be able to fight back? We see Hannah's drop back. We missed that while we were seeing the DeCast Contreras fight. We see Eckley moving down a couple of places as well. Jello's just catching the curve. That's going to hurt the run and going to help Hannah fight back at Jello's.
Turkash still close enough for Contreras to try and reclaim that position, I'd say, this lap. Going into either 130R or the main straight, I think. 4 tenths only. Mijol currently making a bit of a train behind him from P4.
As he goes wide, and Jello's gonna overtake for P3, but then Michel's gonna have the slipstream potentially overtaken for the next coming down the straight. I say straight. Still a turn. Michel gonna dive down the inside. Oh, just makes a move. Jello's gonna try down the inside and just catch Michel. And cause almost a large accident, and they all get away pretty clean with a couple of scrapes. That was a dangerous move for Jello's.
This is... yeah, how many cars is that?
Insane. There's what, like 7 cars fighting into 130R as we see Statin go wide. He's gonna have to make his way through the pack. This is going to be difficult for Statin.
Surely.
It's 100% going to end into his. Because you've got Statin trying to fight through what's almost 3 wide. But keeping an eye on DeCash as well. And it looks like Contreras is pulling away from DeCash. As we see what looks like Schleb flying on my screen. Jello's overtaking Wesley. Cinema from Schleb. Jello's overtaking Wesley for the position. Now going to try and fight back at Statin.
This whole train is essentially a fight for P3 if you look at it.
As we see Jello's lose it and just catching Tamala, and a huge crash. Let's call out a safety car. It's going to be needed.
That's... yeah. So a reminder to the safety car driver to exit the pits and wait for P1.
You reminded me. You can tell me when P1's coming around.
Where is he? He's at the going to spoon. He's going to spoon now. You can exit. He's going to be the first one you're going to come across. So you can just exit and go like 10 kph.
But this is going to close a gap, because Contreras had a gap to Takashi, and he was building a nice big gap. But it's going to close the gap
There was
to
like
him.
there was a second gap.
Did we not?
A second gap. There was a gap from Durkash to P3 like 5 seconds already. So that's
But it's
They're
enough
gonna
to
lose that gap.
It's enough to take the pressure off, and there's a 5-second gap to the rest of the pack behind them. But if I was Contreras right now, I'd be pitting for tyres. I'd be pitting for hards.
Yeah.
That's what I'd be doing.
Everyone who was involved into an instance, they can now take basically a free stop for hards, and they will be able to finish the race 100%.
We see Dukash just
we
come across
see
the line, and we
pitting?
do. We see Contreras going from pits and Dukash staying out. I think this is going to help Contreras out in the long run.
Yeah, I think it will.
He's going to get almost a free stop. No, so far, no, we've not got anyone pitting.
Gallows pits.
Yellow's going into the pits. You keep an eye on this, and I'll start driving this issue.
Almost everyone who was involved into the crash, I think, has pitted. Tomala, Spielman, Flanagan, all pitting. Schleber's DNF'd, so might have been a connection error. Found that
we did see him. We did see him flying.
Yeah. So now they're gonna have a beautiful opportunity to catch everyone and basically have a race until the checkered flag on hards, if they can handle those hards. Durkash taking the lead now. Vanderburg, which one is it? Mike in second place. Hanna third. Mijol in fourth still. Statine behind him. Then Wesley, Eckley, Faciola, Contreras, Flanagan, Salvador, Spielman, Gallos, Van der Meijden, and Tomala rounding off the grid. However, Tomala is still in the pits. At least that's what it shows. So, does he have damage? Or is he retiring?
What we saw a lot of damage from Tomala, so it might be worth him pitting so he can fight back.
Yeah, but if he gets slapped by the safety gun, it's all gonna go to hell.
No, he's out of the pit.
So he has
so he's not.
yeah.
He's not gonna.
So
get
now
lost.
he's gonna have the chance to catch, and basically start his race all over again because he had the quali ban. So he's actually gained one position. So he starts his race one position higher, all over again. But yeah, I think this, depending on how quickly Contreras can climb back up the grid, this might be the race-winning strategy from Contreras.
I think it is.
Of course.
I think he just
has
needs
to avoid the other cars. He
yeah,
get
but
involved in it.
As long as he doesn't fight for positions, he could probably just overtake people. But then you look at Dukash, and maybe Dukash made a good choice as well, because he's not going to have traffic.
Yeah, but
so,
Mike might fight him if he has the pace. I don't know. He's 1/10 slower fastest lap, so they're not that far off pace-wise each other. And Hanna is 4/10 behind, so we'll see what happens. So Tomala at Spoon Curve and Van der Meijden at the chicane. Should be able to catch this lap, I think, no? What lap time did you do?
We're doing 3:08. Because this was the agreed speed of 100.
Should be able to. You can maybe slow down a bit, I don't know.
Right, I'm doing the safety car in this lap, so hopefully that works. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's worked.
Don't leave them on their own now. They're gonna go crazy, I think, this quickly.
No, but we normally glitch, so I've pressed it now, because I didn't know if I'm going to have to press it later in the lap.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to have to do, everyone have to do another 3-minute lap. So, just to try and avoid some glitches.
Tomala going into turn 1, will he be able to catch the pack?
Yeah, he should be able to, 100%. But then again, Are we going to see another classic Tamala spin during safety car? Is it possible? We don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
I think this restart might be quite chaotic. We've got some quick drivers mixed up with some not so quick drivers, let's put it this way. Due to the pitting.
Who's moved up into P2? Is that Mike?
Mike, yeah, Mike.
I mean, it's completely changed it round for a lot of people. So, I mean, it could work out well for the likes of the cars to have free, clean air and be able to just go off. And I
think it all depends if there's another safety car. Because if there is one, the medium runners are fine. But if there isn't one, I think they're gonna lose big time to the hard runners. Because the hard runners do not have to pit anymore. And those are Tomala, Van der Meijden, Gellus, Spielman, who has pitted but on mediums. That is really interesting to see. I'm interested to see if he will be able to finish the race. Salvador on hards, Contreras on hards. Those are all the hard runners who have pitted. As Contreras takes over the lead of the grid.
Turkash,
my man. And now he waits until the safety car has entered the pits to restart the race. Interesting to see where he will pick the restarting point. Me personally, I'd do it just after the chicane to make others' lives more difficult, but we'll see what he does.
going to be an interesting restart.
And he's gone, I think. Yep, he's gone. Mike 4 tenths behind. Can he make a move into turn 1? I think Miajol can make a move into turn 1, definitely. And Mike will go for a move.
He's going to go around the outside. Turkash going to be forced to the inside, but he's going to slow him down because Turkash going to be sat in the middle of the track. It's going to slow Mike down. I mean, it was a good attempt, but Turkash completely covered him off.
Yeah, outside line in turn 1 is tricky thing to pull off. Miajol back up into P3, so he did get the move on Hanadan going to turn 1. Statin in P5. Contreras already made up 2 positions, I think, or 1.
Flanagan side by side. We see a huge.
Oh, and we have another huge pack.
Huge pack. Was Flanagan keeping his damage and staying out? Can we get the timings, please? Oh, sorry. My bad, I didn't switch back.
That's an interesting thing to do. So he's now the train conductor instead of Miajol.
The Contreras moving up in positions, but actually fighting hard. Contreras slotting back in and making the safe decision.
Yeah, and this will be costing his time delta compared to Turkash. And Turkash has gapped Mike by 1.3 seconds already, so he's safe. And if Contreras keeps losing time, Turkash might have a chance.
But he's going to have to build the pit window. What close fights have we got? We've got Contreras. Let's have a look and see if Contreras is going to make a move into 130. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to. He's going to make a move into the chicane. As we see Hannah overtake Mike, I believe.
Wesley.
Is it Wesley? Wesley, yeah.
Mike's in P2.
Contreras still fighting. We're going to see Contreras try and make the move down onto the straight. Tamala overtaking Spielman. Just got his back wing alongside Eckley. He's going to make a dive bomb down into turn 1, and they just avoid each other. Eckley backing out.
Sure.
I think it was they just avoided that. Contreras making a nice move, and that's going to give him a couple of seconds now to be able to close the gap to the front pack. Let's go on board with Wesley as we see Eckley spinning out off into the gravel. So Contreras was fighting with him for a long time just for him to spin off into the gravel. Absolute
He's
chain
already
from
taken 6
Andreas.
tenths. Already taken 6 tenths out of the gap to Wesley. So the pace on the hards does not seem to be an issue for Contreras. He did lose 3 seconds on Shiba. Yeah.
We're going to see Mizel be able to fight back with Statine. He's going to go make a move down the inside. Let's go on board with Statine. Statine taking the inside line. Mizel just cutting him off, going onto the curb, and that's going to cost him time. Mizel going to slot back in behind him and go for the inside. Is he going to have the pace? It's going to be a fight down into 130R. Mizel looks to be able to be have the pace. Seems to be just slowly overtaking him. It's going to see Statine back out. No, they're going to go side by side through 130R, and Statine go round the outside. What a fantastic move around the outside. You can't. I don't think I've seen that being pulled off by many people and keep it on the track within track limits. Impressive move. Let's go. Have a look with. We've seen the front pack split up quite a lot now, whereas we see sort of. I knew he'd break because he had a child and kids at home. Contreras now closing that gap. He's closed it down by 6 tenths. Let's have a look at Tamala just rubbing wheels with Salvador as he goes off track. Spielman then going to fight Salvador. Salvador going to be side by side with Spielman. Tamala making the move. He's made up about 5 places, I believe, Gavas. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah. 6, I think, from 15th, yeah.
Making a fantastic move on Salvador and Spielman.
The bad news for Contreras is that the higher he gets, the more difficult the overtakes will be. Because Wesley and above, that it's not going to be as easy as I think as Egli. And the gap is what now?
Well, he's
9 seconds already to Prakash. I don't know what the pit window is though. So.
I think pit stops around here at 25 to 30 seconds. So Takash gonna have to pull out a 20-second-ish gap for it to even be viable for him to not be provisional pole. So at the moment, I'd still say that provisional pole is held by Contreras, especially the fact he's closing the gap.
But if it is like that, that means that Tomala would be provisionally P2 and only 5 seconds behind Contreras.
Potentially, I mean, there's a potential there.
And if he gets past Flanagan now, which he will into 130R, this might be.
Then again, it's wing to. Ooh, and we see Flanagan go wide, opening a door for Tamala. Flanagan gonna go heavy on the brakes, and just. I thought Flanagan was going into the side of Tamala, then ruining his race. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I would have been clenching my bum cheeks. That's you've got nothing to control, but just hope that he doesn't go into the side of you. I honestly believe Contreras, but Tamala potentially could be potentially provisional. Has he pitted? He has.
Who? Tamala has, yeah.
Yeah, so he potentially could be on for the podium. Because we haven't seen anyone else. As we see, I believe that's Hannah off into the gravel. Into turn 2. We see Hannah was doing fantastic at the start of the race, holding down the like a podium position, and now they've dropped back all the way down into P12. Salvador overtaking Flanagan. Let's go on board with the mid path. See a big
the top 5 are caught in a difficult situation now. They need to pit, but they have to wait for the safety car. And the longer they wait, the worse the mediums will get. But they cannot afford to pit now because they're giving up their position if they pit now.
I don't know if are we going to see another incident like we did last time? We had huge piles of cars and huge trains. Are we going to see them same issues? I don't think it's going to be possible to have such a big crash again. If I was like the likes of the front pack, as we see Flanagan going off into the gravel. Off into the gravel.
He didn't go into anyone.
He didn't catch anyone
Yeah,
out,
that's
but
gonna
that's a shame for
The
Flanagan.
tires are going to be screaming after that.
We also see the same for, I think
Van
that's,
der Meijden.
yeah, it's Nick. Struggling, bit of damage and stuck in the gravel. As we see now, Contreras has closed the gap almost into slipstream range of Wesley. He's only 8 tenths behind him. He's closed the gap reasonably quickly, but not as quick as I would have expected. I would have expected that
And
gap
by
to be
closing the
closed.
lap, in the time he closed the lap, he's lost 4 seconds to Durkash. The gap is now 13 seconds.
He does need to pick up the pace, but you're gonna realise now that the hards are in their optimum around about now. He's done 2 laps on the hard tyres, so they'll be there with the tyre pressures and they'll be there with the temperature. So he should start picking up pace a lot more now. Contreras' last lap was a 1:01.9 compared to Dakash's 2:01.
That's
compared
the
to
best one. That's the best one though.
Is it
His
best?
last lap was 3 seconds. His last lap was 3 seconds slower than Durkash. He must have had an incident or something.
Potentially then. I mean, but you see Hannah going in for a long stop, not under safety car conditions or anything. So,
and this battle is going to allow Tomalo to start catching Contreras. The gap is now 3.1 seconds between them. 3.2.
Salvador also closing the gap to Spielman. Salvador only 4 tenths behind Spielman. So we'll have to jump onto that battle clues. And same with Statine closing down to Mike. As we see Nick going off. Flanagan doing his long pit. It's going to drop him down into last. We're going to see a move from Contreras into 130R. Is he going to stick behind Wesley? I'm not going to see a move. Going to keep it safe.
Maybe.
No, I don't think. From watching Contreras drive, he only takes opportunities now in season 2 when they're clear. He doesn't.
He can't afford to risk it with 2 races to go. He cannot. If anything happens, he just can't afford the risk. But he's lost again. 1.2 seconds is left to Durkash.
Jello's off, stranded into the gravel. Let's go back on board with Contreras. He's 3 tenths behind Wesley, and he needs to make this move quickly because he's losing time to get to Cash so fast. Hannes with a stop and go for speeding under the pit lane. You can see the frustration from Contreras. You can see the frustration. Because you can see where he's quicker than Wesley, and he's got to let off because he can't make the overtake. Statine now 2 seconds behind. Let's go on board with Statine. He's 2 tenths behind Wesley. See if Statine can make the move. He's not fighting as much for the championship, so I feel like we're going to see some more risky moves potentially from Statine. I mean, if it was me anyway, even with 2 races to go, I'd still be sending it down the inside. And I'd still go for the move. If you leave the door open, I'm gonna put myself in that position. Statine now so close behind Wesley. We're gonna see him move. Let's go on board with him. He's gonna dive down the inside. He's gonna be alongside Wesley. He's gonna make the move, the same move he made on, I believe. Yeah, same move he made before, but down the inside instead of around the outside. It's going to put him up into 2nd place provisionally, not knowing where Contreras is going to come out. It's going to be provisional P2 for Statine as we see Durkash diving into the pits. And we also see, let's stay on board with Durkash, because this is going to be the interesting. Let's see if he gets a good pit stop. Looks to be a really good pit stop for Durkash. Is he going to come out ahead of Contreras? No. So we've got Contreras. Contreras has taken. Contreras still in provisional P1. And now we're only going to see Statine potentially pull away from him. As you see almost everyone diving into the pits. Tomola now holding technically P2. Gavas is deafened. Gavas is gone. I don't know what's happened to Gavas, but Tomola now holding provisionally P2, only 3 seconds behind. Only 3 seconds behind Contreras, and closing the gap slowly. You've got to give it to him. He was in an accident, and he started from last twice. If you're going to be completely honest, he started from last twice. As we see Takash overtaking Spielman, and Spielman's off into the gravel. Is he going to rejoin safely? Jello's just having to avoid him and not being able to take the race in line. Spielman just taking it easy on the rejoin, but going to cost Jello's a couple of attempts here and there. Let's see. Let's stay on board with Tomola as we're going to see if he can close down the gap. Salvador also pretty close. Let's go and have a look at pit stops. Let's see who stopped. So we got Tomola stopped twice. Salvador's also stopped. Everyone stopped except Eckley. So we've got everyone and Statine. Eckley, Statine. And let's have a look at our tyres quickly while we've got some time.
So Statine is the only one who's still out praying for a safety car.
Yeah, so Statine out on the mediums. It would help him out massively as we see Nick in the middle of the track. No one around him, fortunately for him, but unfortunately for Statine. Because that could have been the moment where the safety car was called out, sideways in the middle of the track. Let's go on board with Statine and have a look at his interval. So he's 8 seconds ahead currently. I believe he needs to be 20 to 25 seconds ahead to be able to keep P1. He doesn't look like he's gonna be able to do that currently. So he needs to potentially make the dive into the pits and get some fresh tyres anyway. Because it's going to start hurting his lap time.
Contreras might be quicker at this point already. 13 laps on mediums, that's pushing the limit. Salvador catching Tomola 5 tenths, and if Salvador starts fighting with Tomola, he would be protecting his teammate from Tomola catching him. So this is quite a crucial battle for the race win.
And it's also going to help out Takash. Because it's going to help Takash help catch them if them two are fighting ahead, and help him get back onto the podium. Because at the moment, Takash has fallen off the podium because he didn't pit under the safety car conditions. Salvador doesn't look to be catching him too quickly. So at the moment, Salvador's doing a 201.7.46. That was his best lap. Tomola doing a 201.7.73. So it's like what, 300th of a second. Yeah. It's nothing between these two. So you have to see a mistake from either one of the drivers.
But Statine is losing.
As we see Salvador's spin, I've jinxed him. I've jinxed him as he's off into the gravel. Statine diving into the pits. Contreras taking P1.
That spin is going to remove all the pressure Tomola had from behind. His only purpose now is trying to catch Contreras. See where Statine comes out.
Contreras has got some breathing room. Looks to be a slow stop for Statine.
Damage maybe? I don't think he was involved in incidents. Comes out in
P7. He's going to have to fight his way through the pack. I mean, he's got 9 laps to do it. I think the podium's there. It's still potentially possible with a nice clean race, but
tough ass though. Tough ass.
It is tough. If there's someone who could do it,
Salvador probably has quite the overheated tires now, so I think Kelos might be able to go for a move. Tomola 2.1 seconds until Contreras now.
But that's breathing room for Contreras to make sure he's in the right headspace. In the right headspace. Make sure he finds his lap times. We see Jello's just losing the rear, getting a bit squirrely on the exit. That's not going to help his run to Salvador, and Salvador's potentially going to pull away a little bit.
Statine making a move on Spielman, it seems.
Just missed
And
it.
he does.
Spielman
Oh.
dives back down the inside. Let's stay on board for this. Because Spielman's not giving up that place willingly. He might not have the pace, but he's not giving it to him for free. Statine going to dive down the inside, which is quickly going to turn into the outside for Spielman. If he can keep hold of the pace, he's going to have to dive down there behind him, slot in behind him.
Can he
Spielman
keep
diving
behind
down
him?
the
Oh.
inside, it just rubbing wheels. But that, if you can potentially get the side draft on him and slow him down, I'm not sure how effective it is in the open wheel. But is he going to go and try and do what Spielman Statine does to everyone else? He's going to go side by side and catch them both.
Ooh.
Huge incident for Statine and Spielman.
Both get out quite quickly.
And we're going to see Eckley catch them. And Eckley now catches the side pod of Statine. Absolute shame for Statine going on here. Just being caught out by two drivers who, in reality, he's not even fighting with for pace.
And now he's going to be vulnerable into turn 1 from Miejol. And the tires are, due to this temperature, they're completely shot at this point. He has to take it safe now, whether he's in a loose positions or not, I think.
I don't think Statine's going to give up. I think he's going to be angry now, and he's going to be driving angry and going for the position, and he's going to be barging me out the way. To be honest, if that's me in that position, everyone's an enemy now, and I reckon you'll see the rage in Statine's eyes, and he's going to dive down into some random places.
Hit it again.
As we see Nick off into the chicane, not causing any issues, but potentially stuck in the middle of the track again. Let's go back on board with Statine. He's made the move on Mizel as we just missed it. So now he's got to fight back. He's got 11 seconds to gain after all them incidents between him and Spielman and I believe it was Eckley catching his side pod.
Yeah.
Just into the chicane. 11 seconds is a tough ask, especially with damage, because that's going to hurt your top speed. And you're going to have to pull out a miracle. There's either going to have to be a safety car or a miracle.
Keeping it close to Salvador. Close enough to have an opportunity if he makes a mistake. Tomlin slowly catching Contreras. 3/10 last lap.
Eckley also close to, I believe that's Mike, which is not so much Wesley. Sorry. Going to make a move into the chicane. He's got front wing damage. Not going to be able to make the move. Wesley going to get the better exit out of the chicane. Drop back now by a couple of tenths. He's going to have the slipstream down the main straight. Doesn't look like it's going to help him too much. Let's go on board with Jellos, because Jellos seems to be closing in now to Salvador by 5 tenths in the first sector of the lap.
He has to manage it though. You don't want to catch up into the S's. You're not going to be able to make a move. He has to manage that gap to be close enough, I think, either for the hairpin or for Spoon.
You see Salvador off into the gravel, so maybe that's going to be able to make the move into the chicane, because he's going to get he's not going to get the exit he wants. He's going to go side by side now. That's not going to help him, but he looks to be on a good line. And he's going to have the better exit. He's going to make that move on Salvador, just because Salvador made the mistake. We're going to see Salvador now fight back. Salvador going to take the outside line. Going to go wide, catch the curb, and that's going to affect his exit. Yeah. As we see Jellos go wide, and that's also going to affect his exit. We're going to see Salvador fight back coming into 130R.
He's got past already, no? Yeah, he's ahead. Or did Jellos not intentionally to gain slipstream? That look, he gained too quickly. He lifts in 130. Yeah, that's interesting to see. Maybe setting up the move for the main straight. Never know. Salvador misses the apex a little bit.
taking all the curves, but not getting the exit he needs. And then Salvador's going to pull away. As we see, Eckley now has closed the gap coming into the chicane. Just catching up, but has to lift. As we see, I believe that's Statine off into the gravel. Not sure what happened to Statine.
Eckley gonna go for the move.
Eckley gonna go for the move to turn 1. But doesn't have the top speed because of the gear ratios. Not something you'd expect to see.
Tomala less than 1 second behind Contreras. 6 laps to go. Gelos 4 tenths behind Salvador though.
I mean, he's close enough for the win, but I don't know. You wanted Salvador to be able to protect Contreras, and it's just not happened.
That spin cost everything for Salvador, basically.
If we see a minor mistake from Tamala, I don't think it's possible. Just see Jealous right on the rear of Salvador. You're going to take the inside line and the outside line, and these two dancing. Jealous going to make the move down the inside. Going to dive late and push Salvador wide. A little snap after touching the curb as we see him going and using all of the exit.
Have the run again though. You're gonna have the slipstream, and
he's setting himself
which
up.
Side he chooses.
He's setting himself up for the inside this time, into the middle of the track. Didn't go side by side. Jello's having to give the position back just because Salvador has a slipstream, so he makes all that effort. All the effort into for the entire lap just to be overtaken by Salvador on the straight. Tamala now 8 tenths behind Contreras. Contreras is gonna have to pick up the pace quickly. What's the lap time between them two?
Turkash, I'd say.
You've got
Tamala was 4 tenths quicker last
4
lap,
tenths
but Turkash
quicker.
catching both. So if there's a collision between Contreras or Tamala, or they start fighting really hard, Turkash might have a chance.
Or if we have a safety car, because we've got Nick off again into the middle of the track. Looks to be a pretty safe rejoin now again.
Fighting his own.
Don't laugh! Don't laugh! You're making me laugh. Stop. Fuck it.
6 tenths. This might be close enough for a move into 130 yard.
I don't think at this we've tested it. I don't think at this range you've got the slipstream yet. You need to be able to make a good, like a couple of good turns before you get the slipstream. I believe it's around the 4-5 tenth mark when you really feel the slipstream. Are we going to see it? He's potentially close enough now. No, he didn't get. He's not got the run. See, it's around the 4 tenths mark when you seem to find the slipstream. As we see Spielman off into the gravel. Not sure what's caused that. Eckley in the pits. The cash now only.
Cash catching quite quickly, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
But these two having an accident and crashing potentially. As we see a stop and go for Jello speeding in the pit lane. Jello's stuck in the middle of the track. Oh, he's sped in the old pit lane. He's got caught out.
Does he manage that then?
I'm not sure, but then we're going to see Mizel dive down the inside. Mizel going to take that position off him, and it doesn't even matter because he can't fight back because he's got the stop and go. It doesn't matter if Mizel just needs to let him go. Because he's going to have to dive down to the pit lane, and he's going to take that position away from him anyway. Let's go back on board with
3 tenths.
Tamala. 3 tenths. Now, Contreras needs this. Fake pit lane.
Can you to crash out though?
Fake.
Crash would be.
I've been asked if I can cancel it, and I'm not sure I can do that. I'm not sure.
He already did it, so it wouldn't change anything now. Tomla goes for the move on the outside, switches back to the inside.
But then we've
and who
got
is that getting lapped?
We've got the blue flag cars ahead, and this could just help Contreras out if he boxes Tomola in.
Tomola is gonna go for the inside into spoon curve.
He's gonna
super close between the both. And
but
looks
then,
like he's gonna get the move done, but Contreras is gonna have the slipstream now. However,
doesn't seem
Faciola
like he got the
might just
better
be
exit.
saving Tomola now. There might be a chance for a move into the last chicane.
If Contreras can just stay with him, it's gonna help him out.
Contreras chose to back out of 130R, so he's gonna go for the move now. He's only left with the
Contreras has
outside.
got the better line though, so he might get the better exit. Doesn't look like he did, even though he had the better line. Doesn't look like he's got the better exit, but then he has got the slipstream, which is going to help him down the straight. Maybe he sits behind him for 3 laps and just stays. As we see Contreras diving down the inside, and we see Tomola just cutting him off, closing the door on him. Now he's going to be behind him all the way through the S's. And for most of the entire lap, and we just need to see Contreras keeping it nice and safe for the rest of the race, and he potentially could just get him on the last straight.
He can't though. He can't though. This is the title. If he doesn't win this race, the title is over.
No, but he could keep. He could just stay behind him if he plays it safe. He keep behind him and take the slipstream, because he's fighting him in every position. But then again, he's putting pressure on him, and Tomola could potentially make a mistake as he's dropped
5.8 seconds now.
3 laps isn't enough. It's not enough.
Close enough for a slipstream into spoon. So he should now wait and set up the move into 130R to get ahead in the main straight.
He lifts to stay behind him.
Okay, so he's now going to have the slipstream going into
Goes
130R.
wide.
Let's see which side he chooses.
Looks like Tomola gets the better exit, but then he's still got the slipstream. Got the move into 150. Ah, is he going to take... He's going to get side by side. He's going to lift. This is what I mean about Contreras keeping it safe.
No, I think he listed to be able to now try and get a move down into turn 1, but he's lost a lot of time in the last chicane. 4 tenths.
But he's closing.
It's gonna be enough. Tomola hugging the inside. He's not going to get in that inside line at all. So he's gonna have to go around the outside in turn 1.
To the racing line. Contreras lifts.
And now again, the S is he can stay close, but he can't get too close.
Because the I can see Tomola just leaving the
bit of slide.
Yeah. You've also got.
He needs to get that good exit out of the last chicane. I think that's his only option.
The dirty air is also going to be affecting him. As we see Nick off again. Dirty air affecting. Affecting Nick.
Throwing it into the hairpin. So let's see what he does this lap. 2 laps to go. He needs to keep it neat and tidy through spoon, which he does fairly well, I'd say. So it's 3 tenths. So does he go for the move into 130R and then try and squabble out the chicane and potentially take the lead on the main straight? Or
I don't
does
think
he
he's
wait
got the
until the main
pace.
straight?
I don't think he's close enough. He's lifted.
Yeah,
he's lifted.
He doesn't want to go for the move into 130R then. Does he try he's
Trying
going to try the
chicane.
chicane, outside line into the chicane. Ooh, that's
Pressuring Tomola now. And he's going to get the better exit, but then he's going to just catch the curb. And it's not going to help him if he goes for the move too soon. He's right on the rear of Tomola now. He goes, dives down to the inside. See, Tamala just squeezing him to the inside line. Making the move back into
turn one.
Making the move back into turn one. I'm having like an adrenaline rush for Contreras at this point. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So the only issue is he's shown now what Tomala has to do to him. Ideally, he should have pulled this move one lap later. Because now Tomala knows exactly what he needs to do, but he seems to be struggling with the tires.
But he can defend the position better. Tamala gonna just pressure him. It's whether Tamala's just gonna pressure him for a mistake. Because pressure can be enough to make someone dive wide, fake the move down the inside, and pressure him. As we see Contreras covering off the inside, not taking a leap in line. But he's gonna defend. But now he's gonna have a slipstream down. I don't think the 3 seconds to the cash is going to be enough.
Yeah, I don't think it will.
You see Tamala diving down the inside as we just touch wheels and he turns him round. And he's going to have to, is this going to affect him? Is he going to give the position back or is he just going to keep it? Because that could be enough for him. But that could be enough for him to get a mistake and still take the win. That could be enough of a penalty to catch him. And say, do you know what, I'll take it and I'll just take the penalty.
Turkash is 2 seconds behind. Starting the last lap.
If I'm Contreras,
I'm gaining.
Well, if I'm
2 minute lap.
Absolutely insane from Takash, but this could put both of them on the podium if Tamala gets a penalty. We're gonna have to rewatch that and see who was at fault there. Contreras now dropping back now by 8 tenths. He's going to have damage on the rear wing and he's going to have to try and keep it safe. He's lost 3 tenths this lap. Slowly gaining through the S's. Not going to have enough to catch him. Go on board with Contreras.
Tatin close to Mijal as well, 4 tenths.
He's been there for a while. I'm not sure if he's picked up damage, but he's been there for a while fighting Mijal.
The Cash 1.5, I don't think he's going to be able to catch them.
Contreras keeping it safe. Upshifting early. Not going to be enough pace to catch him on track, and I think this is going to be decided in the steward's room.
Yeah, this is going to be decided post race.
I'm not sure you can call it last to first. As we see Contreras just losing it, but managed to keep it safe so that he can stay ahead of Takash. Hugs the inside walls, he finishes. Tamala finishing P1, Takash finishing P3. Salvador now 20 seconds behind, but
Statin 2 tenths behind Mijal. Statin 1 tenth. He might go for the move.
Statin going round the outside. Is he going to dive down the inside of the hairpin, or is Mijal going to cut him off? Statin dives down the inside of the hairpin, but Mijal going to cover him off. Cinema to the line.
He's covered it, I think. Yeah, or? Yeah, he's covered it.
Just Cinema to the line. Salvador finishing P4, Michelle finishing P5, Statin finishing P6, Mike finishing P7, Wesley finishing P8, Spielman then coming across the... Oh, he was a little bit too ahead of himself. We've got Jealous now going to try and fight back for Spielman. I thought Spielman was going to be crossing the line. Let's go on board with Jealous and see if you can catch him before the chicane. Four tenths. He's going to have to do wonders coming into the chicane. Brakes very late, taking all of the curb. Not going to be enough. Finishing 5 tenths behind. Spearman taking P9. Jello's taking the last point at P10. Eckley struggling for that top speed. I think that's where he made his mistake there. The gear ratios messed him up big time. You can hear it in... he's either not upshifting properly or his top speed is not high enough. Eckley taking P11. Flanagan coming across the line, P12. What an insane race! We are still decided on the podium. We are still.
I mean, we interview the finishers no matter what, and what happens after.
What's the possibility of us getting a decision? I know for this one incident.
Zero.
No,
It's
zero.
not gonna happen.
Not for the. It'd be good for the race. Let's go to let's exit and get the replay and up anyway because I want to see the replay.
We can ask the drivers. Both of them are here, so.
Let's give it 2 seconds. Let's get the replay up. Let's get it up. Let's have a look ourselves first. See what happened, because at the time it looked like tomorrow could have the fact Contreras has turned into tomorrow. So it's one of them.
Driver of the day. Any ideas?
I'll message you in a second, but I'm thinking. Anyway, what do you think? Either way.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's have a look. We'll find this incident and we'll have a chat because I want to go to Contreras. And we're later into the race. He's fighting with Tamala. So is it around here? Is it just here? Have I guessed it right? No, must be a lot later.
Yeah, this one. I think this one. No, wait.
Let's fast forward a little bit. Okay, let's say this one. Yeah. Okay. Let's watch it from tomorrow's point of view. That's such a shame even for racing point of view from commentating. It's such a shame because you don't get to see people fight out on the track, and you have to watch people fight it out in the steward's room. Because you're not going to get the answer here and now, and it's what Contreras needs is P1. So Contreras keeping the outside line. Rewind it, go in slow motion. I've got slow motion. Where's slow motion there? So Contreras keeping his line to the inside. And Tamala just catching his rear wheel. I've got to say, to me, I'm not stewarding, but that looks pretty clear cut. Without reviewing it properly. It's a terrible. It's a shame to not see them fight out on track anyway. But let's ignore it and we'll take to the student.
Yeah, so we start with P3, right?
Let's go with the Kosh.
Durkash, P3. I didn't prepare questions, so go at it.
I've not prepared any questions anyway.
How was the race, Durkash? You're muted, by the way, but how was the race?
Very silly. Very fun.
And any excuse for the strategy?
I try to get freaky, you know.
I saw how saw the ideas working, but did you were you planning on staying out ahead of Contreras so you could build the gap and then pit and try and pit ahead of him? Was that the plan to take that clean air and get the fastest lap possible, or was there something else going on?
I mean, that wasn't really the plan. I knew them well. He's gonna overtake me, but I thought like no way the hards will last for 20 laps. I just assumed they're gonna break down after like 15. So unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a shame, but I mean, you drove a good race anyway. To get back up into the podium. Any incidents out there? The safety car obviously didn't help you out much because you didn't pit under the safety car. How did you find everything, just in general, over the race? You didn't see too many mistakes from what I'm aware of from yourself. Anything going on that we maybe missed?
I just had it very lonely the entire race, just driving, trying to get to Tamala and Matt to maybe stir something up, but didn't have the pace in the end.
Very, very clean race to you, and you were closing in very quickly. But, I mean, it's a clean race for you, and there's not much else to say, to be honest, except that strategy. Have you got anything for us?
Yeah, Road America, the season finale. What are we thinking?
I'm winning the race.
You're winning the race. That's a bold statement to come out and say you're winning the race. Bold. I mean,
Not at all. I'm locked in.
That statement would mean you're taking the championship away from your teammate, or not teammate, but team member.
I think in case Tamala doesn't get the penalty, he loses the championship anyway. No.
True.
Yeah. I mean, fantastic race from yourself. Shall we move on to? So can we get Contreras and Tamala in at the same time for the incident?
They're here.
But can we get them to talk at the same time?
You think that's a good idea?
Yeah, I think it is. I think for entertainment value, I think we do it.
Okay, sure. We start with the race. Okay, fine. A reminder to both that this is being live streamed. So,
do you want to do individual? Wait, before we talk, do you want to do individual first?
We just do both. We just do both.
Individually, I think it's better. Yeah, trust me.
All right. So, definitely. So, P2 on track. Matt Contreras. What did you think of the race? Strategy looked as good as it could be. Pace was, I thought, for me, it looked like the pace drops a bit in the end of the race. But what's your point of view?
Yeah, well, first of all, hi Gabars, hi Majori, hi everyone. Yeah, I think I had a little bit of a loss, not towards the end, but in the middle. I actually was improving my lap times on about 3 or 4 tenths the last 2 laps, and yeah, I was absolutely locked in. I may have made a few mistakes that cost me a little bit of time, but nothing major, you know.
The safety car seemed to help you out massively. Did you see that and knew you were going to pit instantly? Was it a strategy you just knew that you were going to take? What was the plan going into that?
Oh yeah, we actually spoke about that before the race. I had planned to pit either in lap 5 or 10 in that space of time I was planning to do so, but yeah, I said if there was a safety car at the start of the race, I was gonna pit anyways. So and I did, and that worked out. And so yeah, the hards were actually the perfect tire for this race. So yeah,
you had very good pace. I mean, the cash was closing in quite quickly. Can I talk to you about Salvador? I imagine you were in a call with Salvador at the time. Were you hoping that Salvador was going to catch? We saw Salvador catching you and Tamala, and then he spun and went into the gravel. How did that affect you? Did it affect you mentally? Did it affect what you were doing? Did it put more pressure on you? How did that all go?
Well, I mean, yeah, of course, always on these situations, there's some sort of pressure, especially when your teammate is fighting your rival, and he suddenly isn't anymore. But yeah, I don't know what happened there. But yeah, it would have been much better if he could have battled Tamala. But yeah, I mean, it was a good result anyways in the end, and we'll see if he manages to keep that win. So yeah.
And the incident, what's your opinion? Let's cut to the chase here.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty clear, right? I mean, two cars going side by side. The outside car leaves the minimum space you can leave. It was that, or I go into the grass and kill each other. So yeah, I think it's. I'm not gonna even discuss him. I mean, yeah, no comment. You know exactly what I think.
And Road America, what do you think? Shimon said he's winning it, so what's your response to that?
Well, I mean, of course it depends on whether Tamala gets the penalty or not, but either way, I'm gonna try my best. If I lose the championship right here, then I'm gonna fight it on Road America either way. And about Simon, I mean, yeah, we're both LDI, but he's still a different teammate. I mean, from a different team according to rulebook. So whether I lose or if I win the championship, we're still gonna fight. So
there's no team orders for the second and main team to say, listen, I know we're not supposed to, or just no team orders. No, fair enough.
At all.
I'd expect there to still be some team orders, even though the separate team says Scotland don't ruin my championship.
No.
I mean, good race overall. It was a shame we didn't get to see you both fight it out on the track. That would have been the dream for, imagine, most of us watching, and for you yourself as well. But
yeah,
we'll see what happens in the steward room. Yeah, a little bit of a shame, but overall, fantastic race from yourself.
Thank you.
Tamala. Can we remind Tamala that?
Yes,
can we remind Tamala that we are streaming, so we can't have any inappropriate language. Perfect. Thank you.
So before we cut to the chase, so quali band starting P16 or last. Then you got up to, what was it, P8 and had an incident, and back down again to P15, and then all the way up to P1. So walk us through the race.
Oh, I can't check actually. I mean, I did a whole of 2 laps of practice, kind of, because I was testing the setup that Statin was sending me. I love Statin, thank you. Also, the adjusted setup Statin was dog, just saying. So yeah, I spent 2 laps on the setup I was driving on for the race. Then I didn't have any practice for quali, so I just joined for the race, I guess. On the start, I had a moving roadblock, which was named Nick van der Meijde, which almost crashed me 3 times, but we got through that. Then the safety car came, and I got to last again because Gelos couldn't hold his brakes when he was spinning. Happens.
Was that the safety car? Yeah. Was that the safety car incident that you got caught? The incident that brought the safety car out? I didn't see who got caught up in it, but were you caught up in the incident that brought the safety car out? Because you looked like you had major damage when you pitted. Because you were in there for a while.
I was in that crash, and I spent some time in the pits. I had some bug that I don't know. The pits were weird. It was like hella long, then it was like black screen again, and some shit happened. I don't know. But yeah, after like a minute, I went out of the pits, even though it should be like 20 seconds. But thank God I managed to get called back to the safety car and didn't really lose that much, except for like a few positions, I guess.
I mean, we've also decided you've got driver of the day anyway, so even no matter what, it was impressive watching you go from last to wait to a long pit stop that took you back to last again, to then can I call it provisional pole? Can I call it provisional pole?
I mean, just pole.
Pole? Back to pole. Back to pole.
Pole? Pole? Pole is in quality.
Yeah, it's a P1 pole. Provisional. P1 pole. Pole position. Pole position. Anyway.
That's only in quality, bro. Okay,
All
fine.
right.
To
Let's
the chase.
anyway,
The incident. We had
but-
one
for-
opinion, so
yeah.
Well,
Let's.
I think there's one thing that I can just show on screen, which will just clarify everything quite easily. If
Show
you
on
saw
screen.
my-
Do you want me to show on the stream?
Yeah, there's nothing.
Okay.
there's
Give me 2
nothing
seconds to
happening.
show it on stream. I will just grab up. Give me 2 seconds. Grab put up a window capture. Hope it works. Does it work? 1 second. Just do.
Yeah, I mean, if it's, I mean, I'm not gonna be surprised if it's gonna be a penalty because I've got 30 seconds for a massive crash that I've caused on Tor Poznan. As we know, I've damaged 6 cars and killed 3 people.
In this
who
race, you
were
killed 3 people.
hospitalized.
In this race, you killed
But-
3 people.
Yeah, on Tor Poznan on that region.
Okay.
Few were hospitalized, I think, as well. So that's 30 seconds. Basically, a stop and go was
Let's
definitely fair.
hear your opinion. Come on, let's go.
Are you on the stream or not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, basically, just watch the distance between the curb or like the white line on his right wheels. Like now he's on the white line. The truck is going straight and he's going away from the white line and he turns left.
It looks like netcode where he's caught you.
It is also a bit of netcode. So
Like
if
that.
that's not a racing incident, that I don't know what is, because well, it is some netcode and some him going to the left. You can see I was not going to the right. You can see him going to the left. So if it's my fault, then I guess I should him just. I guess I shouldn't race close with people because I've heard, for example.
It looks like a little bit of netcode when you've caught him, but
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll be decided. So you're saying.
racing incident.
You're saying. Well, anyway, we'll leave the decision for the stewards, because that's ultimately who's going to make the decision. But before we finish, congratulations on driver of the day anyway, because it was impressive to see you go from last to first. And Road America, we haven't mentioned Road America, have we? How are you? Are you looking forward to Road America? Are you doing practice for it this time, or what's the plan going into Road America?
The plan for Road America is gonna be forget about it until the race day, and Gavas is gonna remind me about it. Because I'm gonna be focused on driving Ferrari Esports Finals in this Friday.
Okay.
So yeah. I mean I don't really, I prefer to focus more on Ferrari Esports Finals than Tatu's World Series.
Okay.
I
Fair
guess.
enough. Well, hopefully everyone doesn't focus. Not everyone focuses on Ferrari and focuses on TWS. But yeah, congratulations on both. I don't think I've got anything else. Gavas?
no, nothing
Right.
else.
Well, pleasure commentating. Nice to speak to you all and everyone in the stream. I'm going to end the stream early. Well, early-ish, and I'm going to go. But I appreciate everyone who stopped by. We had a couple of subs today. I'm going to have to scroll back up and see what it was. I believe Aditya. We had a Aditya sub. Oh, I can't remember who last sub. That's bad of me, isn't it? It was only like this afternoon. Can I have a look? Can I go back? Vas, do you remember who subbed? Are you here?
I don't remember who sub now. I think Frieza did and
Frieza.
Aditya earlier.
Anyway, I'm going to leave it as appreciate the subs, appreciate everyone coming to the stream. Pleasure as always, and I'm going to end it here. See you guys all next time, potentially sometime in the midweek. We'll do some daily races. See you all in a bit.